Today we're talking boxes, extra laces, dust bags, and everything in between that adds to the presentation of a particular purchase. Even though we don't wear the box, to me, it still matters. Hey, welcome back to the First Word Podcast. I am your host, E. Reap. And today, episode 12. You don't wear the box, but it matters. Now, this is a very controversial topic within the sneaker community because no one agrees. Everybody has their thoughts and opinions. And we're going to get into mine today. So, in my personal opinion, the box matters as much as the sneaker, to be honest. Doing unboxings, since I do a lot of unboxings on YouTube, check me out, E.Reap, if you care. But when you open up a package for the first time and you see something unexpected, I think that definitely adds to your experience. Because, you get the classic, red, whatever shade of red Nike box. You might get the black Nike box sport, the black Nike sportswear boxes. Puma, you get the typical green and white. Reebok, you get your blue box, whatever. So, when you open up a package and it's from a brand that you're familiar with, and it's something you're not expecting to see, it just makes that, it just makes it that more special in my opinion. And with the price that we're paying retail for a lot of these shoes, the company should do something a little extra. Like, I'm not sure about the logistics and, the breakdown of the pricing and everything, but I'm pretty sure a premium box is not going to hurt their bottom line at all. They're still going to see an enormous return on investment from any particular release. Because I used to be keep all my box type of collector, because that was the norm. That was the that's what you saw growing up. That's what I saw growing up. Born in '92, so growing up, everybody just had their sneaker wall, or they had like shelves above their bed going around the room, and it was just all these different brands, boxes mixed with it. Like, it was dope. It was like wall art. And I was getting to the point where the amount of shoes that I had was starting to get out of hand. B, trying to get a shoe that was at the bottom of the stack. It was like playing Jenga. And then C, over time, man, these cardboard boxes just give out, or they're just not made properly. They're not sturdy at all. I know, like, Reebok and Adidas, they were like the worst during that time frame. And then, of course, when you get them in shipment, like when retail stores get stuff in shipment, depending on how the warehouse handles it, or how UPS, FedEx, whoever your shipper is, you don't know what they're doing when they're tossing those boxes. So the boxes get damaged in transit, or they could have got damaged from the warehouse. So off rip, you're already dealing with a damaged box. And then over time, you just add in additional boxes on top. They start to fall apart. And that was where my journey was heading to, all my boxes and stuff falling apart. And it just looked sloppy. And around that time is when YouTubers, or like mainstream collectors or influencers, whatever you want to call it, they started getting these drop front cases. So I, gradually started transitioning from sneaker boxes to the cases. And it was also a time where if I couldn't see the shoe, or I couldn't see because I had stuff in my closet and in the room, so it was like, there was a point where I would forget that I had a particular shoe. So if I can see everything that I have at the drop of a dime, like I'm looking at it every day I walk into the room, or when you wake up or whatever, you see what you have. It's easier for you to remember. I know it sounds crazy, but it happens. Like, once you get to a certain amount of sneakers, bro, it happens. So you're laughing now, but wait till you get to that 25, 30 mark, and you might forget you have one or two pairs. So this definitely helped me out. And at first, I was like, I don't know what to do with the boxes. Should I keep them? Should I not? But then, after a while, it was like, I made a decision to get these sneaker containers, and I'm not going to make more clutter by keeping boxes that I don't need. So that's my take on everything as far as the sneaker boxes. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I have to get rid of them. There's no point of me keeping my sneaker boxes in effort to one, take up less space, and two, I just like the aesthetic. I want my sneaker room or wherever you have your sneakers stored. I wanted to feel like you walking into a store. Like coming from retail, that's what I'm used to. Unfortunately, when I got the early jump on getting these containers, the drop fronts were the only containers out there. Now you have multiple containers from multiple vendors and sites and companies. Prices vary, and the actual functionality has evolved. So you can now have your sneakers stored, sideways. You can actually see the entire shoe instead of just the toe box or the heel or however you try to finesse the containers. And they definitely take up less space because if you turn them, the opposite way, you get a little more room in the front, but it's nothing too crazy. Not enough for me to get rid of all the drop front cases I have to like rebuy any new ones. Now, if I get a sponsorship deal or something, I'm always open for sponsors. So if one of these companies wants to, redo my entire sneaker room, hey, I'm all for it. I'll get rid of these drop front joints, and y'all just get these new ones coming in. So I'm down for that. But as far as like doing it myself, it's not that deep. So hopefully, if you are out there and you're thinking about making a switch, definitely do your research. Like I said, plenty of different companies selling these, and you definitely want to get them for the right price, especially considering your habit of buying sneakers. If you can save a little money on the containers, that's a plus. But yeah, man, you definitely should get premium boxes for these premium prices that we're paying. And the companies do it, so they know that it's important because some shoes you will get a premium package with your sneakers, and then other ones you just get regular box. See, and that is what I don't understand. Like, how do you determine what shoe gets a special box and what doesn't? The latest shoe that I got that really surprised me were the Adidas Crazy 2, aka the Kobe 2. That came in like a metallic silver, almost like a briefcase style, like slide out. It was crazy. It was the craziest box that I've seen in a while, and I was excited. For one, the shoe is my grail, or one of my grails that I never thought I would own. So to get the shoe plus that premium packaging, it was like two birds with one stone, man. It was like a kid on Christmas Day. So let's see. Let's transition into the best and worst sneaker packaging ever. Like I said, I already went through the worst. The GR Nike boxes, the Adidas boxes. I think Reebok and Adidas probably has the worst packaging of all time, as far as like stacking and falling apart. New Balance is up there as well, especially when they come into shipment with retail stores. They're already falling apart. So yeah, Adidas, Reebok, and New Balance, top three worst. Now the best packaging, excuse me. As far as like sturdy boxes, I gotta go with Yeezy. The Adidas Yeezys, even though they're the most plain, generic, cost-efficient boxes, those cardboard boxes are sturdy, and you can stack those to the ceiling with no problem. I don't know what it is about them, but the material or the cardboard that they use is just so sturdy. You won't have a problem with the Yeezy. And another one along the lines of Yeezy, the Fear of God. Even from the Nike to the Adidas, Fear of God packaging is so premium. You get a big sturdy box, especially with the Nike version. You get that orange, like dreamsicle color, and you get all your shoes are individually wrapped in a tinfoil bag, and all the accessories are placed in tinfoil bags. And with the Fear God 1, the Nike version, you were They give you a Nike tote bag, a black Nike tote bag. And for the $350 price point, I feel like that is what you would expect from a brand or like premium packaging. That is the definition of premium packaging. You get a box that's different, it's sturdy, your shoes are individually wrapped in a different type of bag that you usually don't see with sneakers, and then your accessories are individually packaged, and you get a tote bag. Like, I mean, I couldn't ask for more. And then even with the three stripes, they followed the same trend. I didn't see no there were no tote bags, but you still get the tinfoil like packaging for your shoes and accessories. And then the actual main Fear of God line still get the sturdy box, and you also get the dust bag for your shoes. So Fear of God definitely does the premium side correctly. And I'm see some independent brands. Kizzo Kicks, I think they have premium packaging as well. Each box is catered to the colorway of the actual shoe that they're dropping. So like the box correlates with the shoe, which is dope. And you also get dust bags for the shoe. Another premium presentation. Shout out to Kizzo. And Saya Collective, man. The same thing. The boxes for the special joint, not everyone. I think the normal like GR releases or whatever, like a black it's like a black, not a slide out box, but it folds up or whatever, and it has like a drawstring handle, so it's easier to carry. But like the special themes, you definitely get a premium box. I know with the NASA joint, you get like a NASA theme box, definitely creative. And my top two for Saya, the Saya ice cream shoes. He did a collab with ice cream rolls, I want to say, down in Atlanta, and the shoe actually came in a ice cream container, like a quart container box, and it was autographed. So shout out to Devlin, shout out to Saya. And the Saya, the Desert Runner, I want to say, I forgot the name of the shoe, but it came in a snake skin briefcase with a satin dust bag. Talk about premium, that's premium. So if independent brands can do it, and they don't have these Nike, Adidas, Reebok, Adidas, Puma, they don't have these budgets, but they're still making it happen. So there's no excuse for these major brands to keep giving us, you know what I'm saying, these trash boxes. At least make them sturdy, especially for the sneakerheads that like to stack their shoes and be able to see everything. At least make them stackable, make them hold up over time. I don't know, it's just crazy. You can go many different avenues with this conversation of how these sneaker brands are just giving us minimum effort, even though they're charging maximum dollars. That could be a topic. Let me know if y'all. I might expand on that in a different episode. Now, let's get into the real argument that I've had with people or that I've seen come up when it comes to like the packaging and everything. The sneaker box ties directly into the resale value. So, a lot of people say that, you know, hey, what are you going to do when you decide to get rid of your shoe? You don't have a box. You're going to get less money, blah, blah, blah. I'm just to the point where the shoes that I have now I actually like. And if I do decide to get rid of them, whatever I get, you know, it's cool with me. Like, I'm not really worried about maximizing resale value if I get rid of my shoes. I'm just to that point, like, I don't care anymore. At first, yeah, I understood it, but now, even like buying on eBay and GOAT, like the used pairs with no boxes, they're still asking for a premium price. So I don't feel like I'm really losing out on anything if I do decide to go that route and, you know, I have shoes with no boxes. I think I'll be perfectly fine. Because, like, I don't mind buying shoes with no boxes, of course, since I do have the containers. So there's nothing for me to buy more containers and just have open spots for future releases or future purchases, because I know I'm going to buy something else eventually. And at least with eBay, the shoes that don't have a box, they give you a dust bag. So you'll have some way to store your shoe if you don't have the containers. But saying all that to say, it's not a big deal to me personally if the shoe doesn't have a box. Like, I'm good. And I don't really care about the resale value of a shoe with no box. I understand how that's a big deal for a lot of people because you definitely want, if you're going to be paying a certain amount, you want the OG box. You want all laces and accessories and everything that came with it. I get it. But if the price is significantly low or significantly lower than the retail price and it doesn't have all the, attachments and everything, like, I'm fine with that. As long as the shoe is authentic and great condition, I'm good. The laces, it depends. Like the South Beach LeBrons, if they don't have the black and the pink laces, then that's a different story. What else? The red carpet LeBron 7s, and they don't have the black and the red laces. Yeah, I get that. But outside of that, man, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just to a point where I don't care about a lot of the things that I used to, especially when it comes to sneakers and stuff. As long as the shoe is, like I said, in good condition, I'm good, man. Other than those two examples, I'm sure there's like a handful of more that I could really, if I really thought about. But all the other stuff is starting to mean less and less to me. So let's go ahead and get into today's social hour prompts. Are you keeping the box or are you tossing it? Me personally, if you listen to this entire conversation or if you happen to see this clip, you see what's behind me, I'm tossing the boxes. Hey, there have been times where I saved the box for a good minute, but then once I started buying more containers, I was like, I can get rid of these. The only boxes I really have, like I said, are any special, like the Sias joints, the Sean Weatherspoon box. I do have a pair of OG 19s from '04. Kept that box. All my Fear God boxes, I'm keeping those. Just because the shoe is so bulky, it's hard to fit in the containers. And my 2 pair of Yeezy boots. I can't get those in the container. It won't make sense. So those boxes are staying forever. And unless a company comes with something crazy, or if I start getting like PR packaging where it's like dope presentation, then I'll keep those. But aside from that, man, any GR or regular box that comes across is getting tossed. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about it, because I know it's like split down the middle, man. Half of us don't care. The other half, like, the box is everything. But if you're watching this or listening, and appreciate y'all for tuning in, don't forget to tap in with us on your preferred social media platform at FirstWearPod. And stay tuned to our social medias, because I will be posting, or I will put up a poll. I want y'all to choose my next episode. There's 4 topics that I feel like are very good, and I was having a hard time choosing which one would be the next topic. So I'll probably post that Tuesday night. Well, tonight, this episode should be live by now. So yeah, I'll post it tonight, going into Wednesday. I want to record on Thursday. Try to get ahead of the game. But yeah, I will be posting that, putting that poll up. So make sure you cast your vote, because your voice matters over here. But yeah, man, the box definitely adds to... Initially, the box adds to the experience of unboxing it, but in the long run, the box doesn't really matter that much to me. I know it sounds crazy, but as a content creator, the presentation is very important for the content, for the video, for the initial reaction, for the price that you're paying. But when it comes to just collecting sneakers, I don't really care about the box. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode, man. Buy what you like, wear what you love. This is the First Wear Podcast.